Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and it is a special day of Patriots Today because we are just 2 weeks away from the NFL draft. It is creeping up on us, getting closer and closer and closer. And 14 days from today, with the 31st pick, the New England Patriots will be on the clock to see who will they draft. Will they draft an edge rusher? Will they draft an offensive lineman? A wide receiver? There could be a lot of things that the Patriots could do leading up to the NFL draft. But you guys know. Oh, man. The elephant in the room has to be addressed. And I wasn't going to talk about it, but I see already the comments are talking about it. Because a little scandal, I guess you could say, is having some allegations between our head coach, Mike Vrabel, and NFL reporter Dianna Russini. I'm going to give my take on today's video, but a lot of things have been going on, and if you go on social media, that's pretty much the only thing that you could possibly see. It isn't, hey, we got draft coverage. No, my whole entire timeline is just filled with tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet. But we'll get into it in a bit, because we got already 100 people in the chat, Ethan. So I want to hear from you guys. Not about all that other stuff, but how we start every single show. Shout out your city. Let me know down in the comments section where you're watching from. Nick Flagg. I'll get into it, man. Connor in from Florida, the dog whispered, no, they did not get rid of our head coach. No, that's not happening. This would have been a way different type of show if that happened. Will Reed, no, that's a different situation, man. Different situation. Noah in New Jersey. The dog whispers in Cleveland. Maverick, Kansas, Secret JR Gaming. Do you not know what's going on, Secret JR Gaming? Out in Boston, because I know you follow me on Twitter. So, what happened, Rebel Heart? We'll talk about it in a bit. Oh, jeez. You guys are cute. Interlocking. You're getting reports. Yeah, AJ Brown, just bros. You guys are ridiculous. New Jersey Jets in Boise, Idaho. Icy Dog, Boston, Massachusetts. Christopher Flores, they're framing him. I wouldn't say that, man. What happened? Roy Keach, Western Maine. No distractions. R.E. McCarthy. Connor, just friends. No, Mike is not getting fired. He will be. Eagles, Birds, Buffalo Land. Look, man, it's a bad look. That's all I'm going to say. Does anything, have they incriminated themselves with anything? Absolutely not. But it's still a bad look, and you probably shouldn't be doing it. I'll get it at that. We got a video for you guys talking about the whole situation. Maverick, I see you in Kansas, but I also want to ask another question. Those pictures are not AI, Mac Jones. They're not AI. Sorry to break it to you, but they aren't AI. They are not AI. I want to hear from you guys. Who would you like to see break out in 2026? We got 116 people in the chat right now. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. If you want the Patriots to be distraction-free, guys. Come on. New Jersey Jets, appreciate you, man. Like that you're here in the chat. Always love, especially since I know you're subscribed because we're on subscriber-only mode. Donald, 2 grown adults with both consenting. It's more than that, man. I'm just going to say. Justin O'Leary, I agree 100%. 110%. Benjamin, no. The thing about Ime Udoka was the relations were with a employee of the Boston Celtics that he was the boss of. And that's why he was fired. This is a whole different situation here. Whole different type of situation. And they confirmed that with Ime Udoka. He didn't deny any of the allegations. So neither here or there. It's not the same at all. Is A.J. Brown still coming to New England? I still think so. What changed? Nothing has changed. It's still the same thing as it always has been. And Eagles fans were taking a victory lap the last 2 days. Oh, the A.J. Brown rumors are dead. Well, guess what? Adam Schefter, Mike Garafolo. Oh, yeah, Daniel Jeremiah is still talking about it. You got other people from reporters that are talking at the NFL owners still think it's going to happen. So, I still think it's going to happen because every single reporter is talking about it. And also, Mike Vrabel, Elliott Wolf, Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie, they all have not denied and saying we're not trading or trading for A.J. Brown. So I still think it's going down. Still think it is going down. But my guy that I want to see, and I see Christopher Flores, and I see Icy Dog, and I see Maverick saying the same exact player, because I got Kyle Williams as the one guy that I want to see break out in 2026. I think with his speed, he has the ability to be one of the top wide receivers for New England, whether or not we get A.J. Brown or not. And everybody wants to talk about, Casey Concepcion. No, we already have a 5'11 speedy guy. Because Casey, great player, but he is a speed demon. What is Kyle Williams? A speed demon. You already got that guy. Kevman, bring in A.J. Brown. Agreed. The dog whisperer, who did Denver go and get? Who Denver, are you talking about Jalen Waddle? Talking about Jalen Waddle? Benjamin, tomorrow, tune in to the YouTube channel. Tune in because I am hosting one of the basketball channels for Marshall Green. He took a little vacation and he asked me to step in and host, so I will be hosting one of our basketball channels tomorrow. I'm not going to say it on here, but for Benjamin's to watch the game tomorrow. If you want to watch them play against the Raptors, I'll be hosting that watch party. Yeah, the dog whisperer, we need to get A.J. Brown. 110%. D-Buggy. Oh, man. Bree McCarthy still looking to get it close to a Gronkowski as we possibly can. There's no Gronk in this draft. Kenyon Sadiq is very well, but I don't know if anybody is going to be close. Anybody is going to be close. Rory for Birdie. What a bird. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon, guys. We got 91 people in the chat right now. 94 people in the chat. We got a 3-segment show for you guys. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room because I didn't want to talk about it tomorrow or yesterday, I should say. I was like trying to avoid this as much as possible. And I was off yesterday. I was like, I don't really want to get into this, but I think we just have to talk about it. We got to talk about the situation between Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini on what is going on, what do everybody think, what does this mean for the Patriots, and so on and so forth. Also, some May contract extension news. Jonathan Jones of CBS Sports, he made an article talking about all the quarterbacks that could get those contract extensions, not this offseason, but next offseason, and it involves Drake Maye because he is eligible and he could become the highest paid player in NFL history. And, of course, we got the mailbag. So ask your questions away. Hashtag Patriots. All your questions. We'll answer most of them. I know you guys will have a lot. James Bordeaux. Do we draft a running back? Maybe. I saw a mock draft earlier today, us taking Seth McGowan, the running back, out of the University of Kentucky, and I think he's a solid player. He reminds me a lot of Ramondre Stevenson, but it would be in the later rounds. Nate, if it ended up being a first-round pick for A.J. Brown, you wouldn't have to add anything else, right? Maybe like a 4th or a 5th or a 6th. Noah, use hashtag Patriots for that question. Rebel Heart, use hashtag Patriots for that question. Hashtag Patriots. We're getting to our mailbag in a bit, so make sure you use that. Nuclear, no worries, just 2 friends. You can say that. You can say that. That's what we know so far. That's what we know so far. Benjamin, bold prediction, we see AJ at a Red Sox game this summer. You can go to a Red Sox game right now. I know they're not playing so very well, but you can still go to a Red Sox game right now. Respectfully, Vrabel looking like Bill Belichick. Little bit different here, Maverick. Little bit different here. Little bit different. It's a little different. Because Mike Vrabel's married. Mike Vrabel's married. So that's where it is. New Jersey Jets, What if we draft a cornerback in the first round? I think that's a possibility. I think that could be a possibility, but do I really see it happening? No. You can take one, but no. I'm cool with that is the least amount of our problems. Least amount of our problems. So, neither here nor there. We got 100 people in the chat, only 30 likes. Guys, we got to get those like numbers up. We got to get to 50%. So if you're ready the show to start, if you want us to address the elephant in the room, go hit that thumbs up icon. We're going to need to get to about 50 likes. Look, it is free. It is easy. It's like coming in and to your friend's house and just taking off your shoes. It's common courtesy. If you're watching on your phone like this, turn it sideways, boom, hit that thumbs up icon. We have 100 people. We got to get 13 more likes. Can we do it in the next couple of minutes? 37. Keep that going. Belichick was the run. I get scared every time we draft receivers. Me too, Benjamin. That's why I want to get A.J. Brown, because you know what you're getting with A.J. Brown. Good. Wow. Wow, you are... Oh, man. That's the type of questions we're getting on today's show. There we go. We got 50. Love for the Patriots to draft Skylar Bell. Kid's a stud, and we still need a wide receiver. I agree 100%, Giovanni. I think that Skylar Bell is a dog, and he's big. He can catch the ball at the highest point, so I think that'd be really, really, really good for us to go and draft. I don't want anybody under 6'2". And some person said to me, hey, well, guess what? We drafted N'Keal Harry, and he was 6'2". He was 6'3". So what do we have to say about that? And I'm like, well, guess what? We drafted N'Keal Harry because he was speed. I don't want speed. I want strength, and I want a tall wide receiver that can catch the ball. N'Keal Harry was just, I'm going to outrun every single person possible. Every single person. Connor, Chris Bell, yeah, I like that. Charlisha, do we need a cornerback or a wide receiver? Wide receiver. Wide receiver. Peter Schrager said the Pats win 7 games. Yeah, the Pats are going to win 7 games. The only difference is the Pats are going to win more than 7 games. Yeah, he can be right, but he can also be wrong if he's going to say that's all we're going to win, because we are going to win a lot more than that. The schedule is a lot easier than people think. A lot easier than people think. A lot easier. D-Buggy, what's it with the Pats leadership? We need to bring back Diggs. Diggs has to figure out his legal troubles at first, before anything. Got to figure out the legal troubles before anything. So it's going to take a while. There's a reason why he hasn't been signed by anybody else yet. Say the Patriots win at least 13. I had them going 11-6. And the schedule is going to come out about a month from now. May 12th, I think, is the exact day. So we will do a video recapping exactly which game and every single game that I think the Patriots could win. We did the same thing last year. That was right when I started here on Patriots Today as the host of this channel. I started May 1st. May 1st, I took over. So, New Jersey Jets. Are there any safeties good enough for us to draft in the first round and be at 31? And there's Emmanuel McNeil Warren, or Warren McNeil. But is it McNeil Warren? Yeah, I didn't want to mess that up. But he's going to go in like probably the top 20, so he's not going to be available at 31. There's a bunch of guys that are in the later rounds that we can get into, but I really don't see the Patriots drafting a safety because you just signed Kevin Byard to a one-year deal. You have Craig Woodson, so there's no need to kind of have starters. Trade up for Omar Cooper? Nah, you're going to trade for A.J. Brown. If you're going to trade up, you go and get an edge rusher, you go get an offensive lineman, Max Ionichor. So, what about Mansour Delane? We'll talk more about some draft prospects. But we got 120 people, 60 likes. So let's get into our show and just, address the elephant in the room. Oh, I do not want to talk about this. I really, 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 really don't. Houday, sadness. Houday, your Reds disappointed me today, man. Your Reds disappointed me. I'm assuming you're a Reds fan. Unless you're a Guards fan, then it's a difference. But let's get into it. You just want me to start? All right, cool. All righty. Let's get into it. The Guards, be a Reds fan, man. They're fun to watch, but they annoy the living hell out of me. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation between Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel. Oh, I did not want to talk about this one. Right before I left work on Tuesday, I saw an article from Page 6, which is basically TMZ, talking about what happened between New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and the Athletics reporter Dianna Russini. So we're going to talk about it because it's the gigantic elephant in the room, and let's talk about the situation. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and if you guys are wondering, what situation am I talking about? Well, a New York Post exclusive, and this was during the NFL owner meetings just about, I think, 2 weeks ago now, that Russini and Mike Vrabel were seen together at an Arizona resort. And they weren't just seen like, oh, interviews. Yeah, normal people have interviews. But no, they were seen on a rooftop. And going into the details, it is a very expensive rooftop. And they were seen at a very, very romantic resort. So what is going on here? So the situation, like I said, 2 weekends ago, Vrabel and Russini were seen at the Ambiente Resort in Sedona, Arizona, which is about, I think, 2 hours from where the NFL owners' meetings were. And what is this resort? It is a boutique resort for adults only, 18 plus in age. And from what I have read, that this is where honeymoons go. This is where people celebrate their anniversaries. It's a very, very, very romantic, and I mean like extremely romantic resort. And pictures were taken of head coach Vrabel and the reporter Dianna Russini in the pool, hot tub, and on the rooftop together. And I will emphasize this, they were alone. So let's kind of get into just what the pictures are if you guys haven't seen them already. So here's one of them. It was seen. They're just chilling at the pool, just hanging out. And this is kind of not a big deal at all. Two people having fun at the pool. I do that all the time, pretty much every single weekend during the summer. They were also seen at a hot tub. Same hot tub. This was on the rooftop. And I'll say this, that to get to the rooftop, it is a bungalow. It costs about $2,000 to go into it. And you get a private room. You also have the rooftop to yourself. And if you notice, there's nobody in these pictures except for the two. So the pool pictures are fine because everybody just goes to a pool. That's no big deal. But here's where it gets a little bit interesting. They were seen on the rooftop together, interlocking fingers like this. That is the little bit interesting, and you can see as they're not in their bathing suits anymore, so they were spending a lot of time here. The report says that Vrabel and Russini were at this rooftop for pretty much 2 hours. And from what everybody has said, they were secluded and they were completely alone. Interlocking hands, apparently they were dancing, and then the picture of them, they were also seen embracing for a hug on this rooftop alone. And a lot of people are saying, well, this is just friendly, but there was a bunch of people there because that is what they said when they denied these accusations. But then the one picture came out that is super far away. And I will say, this is a beautiful view. So very beautiful, romantic type of kind of scenery together of basically everybody. This was what they quote-unquote called a spy. They say, I think it was a private investigator. So all of these things came out, and you have the accusations of everything. You've seen the news on Twitter of everything going on and on and on about Russini and Mike Vrabel. So it's, in honesty, it's not a very good look because Dianna Russini, gigantic NFL reporter, Mike Vrabel, gigantic NFL head coach, and the more important thing, they are both married. And look, normally we talk football here on the channel. This is a football channel, but this is the biggest story in the NFL right now. If you look at every podcast, if you look at every single media platform, this is the biggest NFL story that is going on, and every single person is talking about it. I don't really want to talk about it, but we are going to cover everything that revolves around the New England Patriots. So make sure you guys hit that sub button right now. And you guys can all say what you want to say, but look, this is just not a very good look at all. Because for one, you are an NFL head coach. You are married. Two, she's an NFL reporter. This is a complete, whether or not you want to say what they were doing or anything like that, you have journalistic kind of integrity, conflict of interest. The one thing that I was taught in journalism school was, hey, they are sources. Don't get super close with your sources. Don't take rewards from your sources. So this kind of feels like the exact thing. I get it if you want to say they're close friends, but I'll ask the same exact question. If your significant other was alone, secluded for 2+ hours, seen holding hands, dancing, hugging, you could say what you want. You can deny it, but you could call me a jealous type, but I'm going to be absolutely livid. I'll just be honest here. So necessarily, it's just an extremely bad look. Like I don't know how I'd feel if this was my spouse. And they have both denied it. They have both denied it, and The Athletic has also backed up Dianna Russini with her statement. And Mike Vrabel said the photos show an innocent interaction, and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. This doesn't deserve any further response. And that is what you say when you're denying it, obviously, because nothing has been shown. You aren't incriminated of anything. And Dianna Russini, she also posted a statement, and she said these photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were hanging out during the day. Like most journalists in the NFL, reporters interact with sources away from stadiums and other venues. So you see that Russini and Vrabel have both denied the rumors. Both said they were seen at the resort with other friends, but in the article from page 6, no one was seen. It said they were secluded by themselves. What they saw, they didn't see any other people. The pictures obviously say that it was just them. And then the article said that they left by themselves separately. So they said they didn't see other people, but they denied and said that they were there on a vacation. But once again, neither spouse was there at the resort. And I'll say this. It's all innocent until proven guilty. There are no pictures in there of saying that, hey, they are doing anything that is wrong. But to spend 2 hours alone at a romantic resort is just not a good look. And you also have to take the journalism integrity into credit right there. Because, again, both of them are married. Both of them have kids. They have a wife, a husband, and kids. And I'll reiterate this once again. How would you feel if this was your spouse? How would you feel? Because I wouldn't be too happy about that. If I saw my girlfriend or wife hanging out with some random, or not, I guess not random, but someone that you have a previous, I guess your very close relationship with, interlocking hands and hugging to a beautiful view, it just would not it's not a good look. You could say like, hey, we're friends, but you know how big of people that you are. You are the biggest NFL reporter at The Athletic. You report on stories, whether that be for the New England Patriots, whether that be for the Philadelphia Eagles, whether that be for the Indianapolis Colts, any other team in the NFL, and for Vrabel to be there knowing, hey, I'm a big NFL head coach. I have a lot of credibility here. And then to go and do something like that when you know you're in the public eye, and if you were seen, it's going to spark some questions. It's just not a very good or smart look. And there has to be some journalistic integrity here. Again, like that is a complete conflict of interest with her reporting specifically on the Patriots. Can she be seen now at Patriots training camp or later down the road at a Patriots game reporting? Is that going to be okay? How are people going to feel about that? And one of the biggest things that have questions, because a lot of people are going to be talking, specifically Eagles fans, about all the A.J. Brown talk, all the trade stuff. Who has reported the most on A.J. Brown? It has been Dianna Russini. And all the people have been saying, oh, this discredits every little thing. I disagree. I don't think this changes a single thing that has gone on with the reporting of A.J. Brown, whether he's going to be traded or not traded. Because not only is Dianna Russini reporting on some of these things, but also Adam Schefter is reporting on some of these things. He's gone on Philadelphia radio. He's gone on Boston radio, said these things. Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, every single person that you could possibly think of that has reported on A.J. Brown. What, are they having the same type of kind of communication with Mike Vrabel? I don't think so. No, I don't. So I still think that this trade goes down. I don't think that this changes anything. But overall, it's just not a great look for Dianna Russini or for Mike Vrabel to be doing this. I would just say you kind of have to be smarter in that scenario. Whether or not those pictures insinuate anything, you're innocent until proven guilty. We don't know what is going on. We might never know that is going on. But on the other side of things, you have to look at the public opinion here, and it's not a good look because everybody is going to ask questions. Just go look on Twitter and what is happening on Twitter. That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's just not a good look. I don't want to have any distractions with literally the draft 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away, the Patriots will be on the clock. Mike Vrabel will be in the war room with Elliott Wolf talking about who we are going to draft. And could this be hanging over the Patriots' head? It might be. I hope it's not, but you have to just see. And I hope that nothing comes out of this. And I hope all parties just kind of let this go to the side. And I hope everybody's innocent and it's just a friendly meeting between two people. So that's my take on it. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. But we got more draft coverage, the more important thing that is going on here on the channel, rather than just tabloid type shit. So make sure you guys hit that sub button because we got draft coverage leading up. 2 weeks away, people will be live for it. So we're going to enjoy ourselves, have some fun. So make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats. Nick Flag. My friend Pat, it's not AI, dude. I'd hate to break it to you. It's not AI. Because Vrabel and Russini have both. They just denied, said nothing comes out of those pictures. They didn't say those pictures were fake. They're not fake, brother. Hate to break it to you.
If it was AI, we would have known.
They would have said it.
Yeah.
It would have been like, these aren't real. They never said they weren't real. They said, these accusations, these pictures are innocent. They didn't say, oh, these pictures are fake. They said, these pictures are completely innocent. Angel Hernandez saw a report that the Patriots picked up Gonzo's fifth-year option. Is that true? Apparently. And they said so. There's rumors that they have, but the Patriots have not officially announced it. But it needs to happen. I'm just glad I got that over with. I do not want to talk about any of that stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's in the past. We're good.
Giovanni, it's going to be hard for Vrabel to coach up his players when it comes to being smarter about your image and what you do off the field when you're getting caught with doing things like that. Bad optics. It's extremely bad optics when, for example, at the NFL owners' meetings, Mike Vrabel was talking about you have to be educated on certain things when it involved Travion Henderson and then with your image, and then you go out and do stuff like that. It's just a bad look in my opinion. 100%. It's just it's not a good look. 1 year with Diggs will get you to do things. Mac Jones, I'm getting a little bit nervous about that. Getting a little bit nervous. Yeah, but Nick Flag, don't you think if that would have came to a possibility, let's just say, I don't know anything, but in a sense of you're the NFL's top reporter, you shouldn't be hanging out with the coach because you get reports from that. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look at all. In journalism school, they teach you the number one, conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. You don't get yourself involved with a conflict of interest. That's just... And both parties need to be taken accountable here. It's not just a woman or a man type of thing.
The Diggs effect.
The Diggs effect. Unfreaking believable.
It's the Patriot way.
This team is... there's never a dull moment.
No.
There's never a dull moment with this team. Lau Pakdi for Birdie.
Gary Jones is foaming at the mouth right now.
Inside knowledge. That's not how you get your sources. And everything on that matter. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. Is it possible they're holding out on Gonzo to see how much they are dropping on A.J. Brown? No. Not at all, Mech. Not at all, because if let's say Gonzo gets the contract extension, that contract extension doesn't go into effect until 2027. So he will still be playing on that 2026 deal. So it does not have any effect on A.J. Brown's contract for this year if we traded for him.
Hey, chat, we could also use some more questions. So whatever questions you have, use hashtag Patriots or Super Chat to make sure you will get on the mailbag today. So start sending those in, please, and thank you.
Hashtag Patriots, people. We got 112 people in the chat. I know a lot of you guys got some questions. The draft is no joke. 2 weeks away. 50-60 on your Reds and Guards fandom, but you've been watching more baseball. You're like, yeah. I mean, I'm a Mets fan. You guys know that. Bridgman's even. Yay! Let's go.
Oh, man, we'll be live 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, people. I don't know exactly what time. I also could be on NBA playoff coverage, so we'll see how that works. Because the NBA playoffs, they always have to start. They always have to have a game during draft night. They always have to have a game during draft night. It is very, very frustrating. Angel, we got a Celtics. I'm not a Celtics fan, bro. Not a Celtics fan, bro. Sorry, Angel. If you want to go watch Celtics, you can watch Tyler Smith on Celtics Today. He's doing the watch party tonight for the Knicks game.
Big game.
Michelle, welcome. Welcome, Michelle. With the Cavs win, I hope the Cavs lose. Can't stand the Cavs. Celtics tonight, yeah, it's a big game. Hope y'all don't lose.
Hey, keep adding questions. Keep adding questions.
There we go. There we go. No Jaylen Brown for the Celtics tonight. No Jaylen Brown. Ree McCarthy, hashtag Patriots, and we can ask those questions. No.
The Cavs.
The Cavs aren't going to win stuff. Anything. Cavs aren't going to win anything.
Way to keep it PG after that last segment.
There's some times where I just have to. During watch parties, that's when it really gets PG-13.
And what watch party will you be on soon?
Friday, I'll be on Knicks Raptors. Woo-hoo. So if you guys want to come watch me, probably not.
Hang with your boy.
D-Buggy. Oh, man. Oh, man. How possible is a rematch for Patriots Week 1? To Sobe, I don't think it's that crazy. I don't want the Patriots. There we go. There we go, Ree McCarthy. R.E. McCarthy. Pistons don't scare anybody either. They got no experience. What round should we draft a linebacker, Connor? Ooh, we already got that question in the mailbag. I don't want the Patriots to play the Seahawks in Week 1 because I want that to be like a Week 8 Sunday Night Football game. That's what I want. I want that to be a Sunday Night Football game like Week 7, 8. But I think that we are going to play in Germany. That's my prediction. I have no sources. I don't know anything. But I truly believe that we are going to play the Lions on a what's it called? Oh, that's the wrong. Let's change that to Drake Maye. Oh, man. I think the Patriots play the Lions in Germany. Any who want to trade to top 15, top 10 pick? I think we would trade for. I think we would trade for a top 25. I think we would possibly trade with the Bears to go up to 25 to probably draft Max Hennichor or Zion Young. I think those would be the two options. We need a new center on offense? No, Rebel Heart, but that's a good question. We have Jared Wilson. And then change May contract update. And then when it comes to contract for Drake Maye. That's on me. UConn, what do you mean, Maverick? UConn or Texas? Like, we draft UConn like Skylar Bell? And what Texas do you mean? What wide receiver are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, because A&M makes more sense. A&M makes more sense. I don't like KC Concepcion for the Patriots, and we trade Pop Douglas. Oh, Mr. Snoopy, you just missed a whole segment. You just missed a whole segment on the situation between Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini. Yeah. If you want to go back and watch it, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. Make sure you guys hit that sub button, though. And also, Super Chat or hashtag Patriots. If you guys Super Chat, you get jumped to the front of the line, and you're automatically on the mailbag. Any Super Chat, $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100. It does not matter. Yeah, Michelle, you missed it. You missed it, Michelle. It'll be posted later today. That'll be the video later today. Braden, what's good, my guy? How we doing? How we doing? All right, we got 100 people in the chat right now. Drake Maye, way more tough than Tatum. Yeah, duh, Benjamin. Duh. Why can't the Pats go in off season without drama? Because that's the Patriot way, baby. Benjamin, tune in tomorrow, brother. Tune in tomorrow. Chris Brazel, that's the Tennessee guy. Benjamin, you don't have to apologize. I don't like him either. I don't like him either. He's the one who says make good decisions on and off the field. Hey, we don't know that, Michelle. This is assumptions. Assumptions. Joshua Santos. You won't say it in a super chat. You won't say it in a super chat, huh? It's America's team. All right. Speaking of America's team, Jesus Christ, Angel.
Patriots are not America's team.
No, I'll tell him. Ethan.
That's despicable. I'm not going to sit here and be silent for that. America's team is the Dallas Cowboys. And that's objective.
Maybe back in the 90s.
Still America's team, baby. Highest value team by a wide margin.
I wouldn't say wide margin, but by a margin.
You want to look at the numbers?
Let's see here. Most valuable NFL teams. Cowboys at 10. I guess we don't have an exact valuation. It just says 10 to 13 billion. It says the Rams are worth 10 billion. The Giants are worth 10 billion. And the Patriots are worth 8 to 10 billion. I gotcha. We'll get it up on screen. Don't worry. Just because you said it, I'm not going to not put it on there. Money don't mean anything in trophies. You're damn right. We got 6 of them things. I'll let them know, Benjamin. Let's see when that super chat comes up. And then we'll get into our next segment. Anybody watching the Masters? Seeing Rory just playing great? I was like 2 years old. JJ Taylor gave you $10 once? Who's that? Who is that? Oh, I love. Maybe, like, I know this wouldn't be good because it doesn't really make sense. I'm not going to go on a Patriots channel and root against the Celtics. But if I did a watch party, J.J. Taylor? When was J.J. Taylor on the Patriots? 2020 to 2022? I don't remember this guy. Made his professional week 1 against the Dolphins. Yeah, that was a Cam Newton game. Best game, rushed for 21 yards and 2 touchdowns against a blowout win over the Jets. Yeah, I don't remember this guy. That's crazy. That's the one guy I have no effing clue. That's a shocker to me. I can't believe I don't. Shout out to Joshua Santos, though. I baited you into this one, but I appreciate you, bro. I love the good trash talking. You know I trash talk. I'm in Patriots Twitter, and I like trash talking the Celtics, too. It's easy to troll you guys. I know you're baiting me, but Tatum is way tougher than Brunson. I'm not saying that because I don't believe it. You know I got my guy, JB. I love my guy, JB. He's now at university. Oh, okay. We'll see tonight because Jaylen Brown's out, so Tatum, it's just going to be him. It's just going to be him. That's it. So we'll see probably a 3 for 13 from 3 game for Jason Tatum because Mikal Bridges is going to be guarding him, so we'll see. Michelle, where's JD? Michelle, you're not going to like who JD is producing for. You're not going to like who JD is producing for because he's producing for you-know-who. And he is the live producer for you-know-who. Yep. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So next time Broncos or Falcons is live, go join their live show. I think full time. I mean, it's been like 3-4 weeks now that he's been doing it. I mean, we've had Ethan here for like 3-4 weeks now.
Am I just chopped liver, Michelle? It's hurting my feelings.
Even though I don't even know JD's a Cowboys fan too, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Bo Nix sucks. We know. We know Bo Nix. But Bo Nix could be one of the guys to get an NFL contract extension. And so could Drake Maye. So let's get into our next segment before we get way too ahead of ourselves because we're sidetracking like crazy. We got to get into our next segment. And Charlicia, I always appreciate him. I always appreciate your comments. You're always the nice. Mr. Snoopy, it's all good, man. I hope you're doing okay. But that's why you subscribe to the channel, because we keep you always updated. I hope you're doing good, man. I always wish the best for everybody being healthy. That's the most important thing more than anything. More important than football, obviously. But let's get into it, guys. Let's get into a possible contract update when it comes to Drake Maye, especially I can't even speak, going into next offseason. We're over a year away from Drake Maye possibly getting a contract extension, but CBS Sports' Jonathan Jones released an article saying that this could be the biggest quarterback offseason yet going into the 2027 NFL season. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and we got the huge update when it comes to a contract of Drake Maye. We're going to break it all down, but we are getting closer and closer to 50K subs. Look, we're 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, and I had a goal of getting to 50,000 subs. Can we do it? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to challenge you guys. We are 2,297 subs away from getting to 50K. So if you love the Pats, if you want content every single day, 365, we also go live every single week. Go ahead, hit that sub button right now. So let's talk about a Drake Maye contract extension. Look, it's early. He's not eligible for an extension until 2027. So what does that mean? That this next season will be a gigantic year for Drake Maye. And when it comes to a 2027 option, picking up that fifth-year option, because if you're a first-round pick, you have the option to get that picked up, no pun intended, it will be a lot of money. $43.89 million projected value. That is the projected value right now. So for guys that are eligible for the fifth year, such as Bryce Young, such as C.J. Stroud, it is $43.89 million. And that most likely will increase even more for that fifth-year option in 2028. So it would make sense for the Patriots to give Maye an extension rather than giving him that fifth-year option next year. Because if you just go and give him the extension, he's already going to be making a ton of money. So have him have that security and know that he is going to be here for probably the rest of time. Look, I know Brady was supposed to be here for the rest of the time. He ended up leaving. But I want Drake Maye to also be here for 20-plus seasons. And it just makes sense. This is different from any other quarterback that we've had since Tom Brady because we actually have a franchise guy. One of the best quarterbacks in football, in my opinion. If you look at his career stats from 2024, which is solid, you saw the potential that he could have. 66.6 completion percentage, still 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and only 13 games played, 88 QB rating, which was solid. But then you go to the next year, and that's when he had the best completion percentage. He had over pretty much 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions, and had the highest QB rating in the NFL. He should have won MVP. He should have beaten Matthew Stafford, but thanks, Dan Orlovsky. But he proved that he is here to stay, and he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So he needs to get that contract extension. And I know it's early, but according to Jonathan Jones at CBS Sports, this offseason next year in 2027 could be the craziest QB offseason in NFL history because there are tons and tons and tons of quarterbacks that are eligible to get contracts. And Drake Maye, honestly, in my opinion, could be the one guy to become the highest paid player in NFL history. Here's what Jonathan Jones had to say. He said, start the countdown. We're about 11 months away from what could be the biggest quarterback contract offseason in recent NFL memory. The end of the 2026 season marks the first opportunity for the Bears, the Commanders, the Patriots to sign their high-performing quarterbacks to extensions. So that is Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake Maye. But it's not just players from the 2024 draft class. Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud entered this season with high expectations and tens of millions on the line. Both the Panthers and the Texans, they chose that fifth-year option on Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, and sources believe that both players will not sign extensions ahead of the 2026 season. Now, there's also Sam Darnold, who finished the season with no more guaranteed money on the books for the Super Bowl champ, as he will somehow only be 29 at this time next year. There hasn't been much movement on a Baker extension in Tampa Bay, and he could be due for an extension if he returns to that first quarter of the season MVP form. And when you look at the highest paid players, or highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, I should say, you have Dak there at $60 million, and that's what I believe that Drake Maye could get. Josh Allen is right behind there, and we pretty much have our own Josh Allen and Drake Maye. Joe Burrow's at 55, Jordan Love's at 55, Trevor Lawrence is at 55, Brock Purdy on crazy-ass contract at 53, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and then that loser at number 10 in Jalen Hurts. But look at all the quarterbacks that could be eligible for contract extensions in 2027. Those top four on the left right there, Caleb, Maye, Jaden, Bo, those are all 2024 draft picks. But then you have C.J. Stroud, who had the fifth-year option in Stroud and in Bryce, which they both picked up. Sam Darnold is also there, which could get a contract extension. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and then we'll see Tua if he ends up getting that. So, I mean, I don't know if Tua's going to get a big contract after that. But Caleb, Drake Maye, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, all those guys could get extreme big contracts. I think that Caleb and Drake Maye will both be probably the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. But what will you guys think? What will the highest paid QB, or who will be the highest paid QB after next season? My guess is it's either Drake Maye or Caleb Williams. It's kind of whoever gets the contract extension done first, because whoever's going to do that's going to reset the market, and they're going to want the probably same amount of contract, or those agents, they're going to see that and be like, ooh, a little bit of AAV. We're going to try to be and give them, I don't know, what, 1,000 more or 10,000, 100,000 more instead of 61 million, 65 million. That'll be 65.1. So you let me know down in the comments section who will be the highest paid QB after next offseason. Spotrac, I looked at it, and they tweeted out what they believe that Drake Maye's value is. He carries a 4-year, $240 million contract, which is 60 APY valuation in our system. He doesn't become eligible until after the 2026 season. And this is right here. This is big. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But he will earn only $4.1 million, carrying a 9.9 cap hit with the Patriots next season. So that's big. The Patriots need to get this contract extension done in a little bit. And if you also just kind of want to rep Drake Maye, we'll get into his contract in a little bit, but it's a new era here in New England. And we got the Drake Maye era, and I am more than excited to have him to be our quarterback. And I want him to be the quarterback for years to come. And if he is the quarterback for the years to come, guess what? We're back, baby. We are back as one of the number one teams in the NFL. He had Tom Brady, passing over the torch to Drake Maye because it's his time now. It's his time to bring back a Lombardi trophy to one Patriot place. So hit that or go down to chatsports.com/we'reback to get your t-shirts right now. We got it in the black and we got it in the navy. Make sure you guys don't miss out. Once again, chatsports.com/wereback for your Pats t-shirt. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. So, speaking of his contract, I believe that Drake Maye will reset the market. They say that the market value is at about 4 years, $240 million. But there's a big but there. The salary cap keeps going up and up and up. I don't think he's going to get the same amount of money as Dak Prescott. He's going to elevate that even more to be that maybe $65, maybe $64 million. He's going to be the highest paid player in NFL history. Will that get beat by Caleb Williams, or will Drake Maye beat Caleb Williams? But more important than anything, it's up to Robert Kraft if he wants to pay Drake Maye that much money. And honestly, he's got to do it. But he kind of gave a little bit interesting comment at the NFL owners meetings. And that's where I get a little bit nervous here. And they asked him, so what about signing your players to contract extensions? And he said, well, we always try. We have a salary cap, so we have a limit. We have to think about what's best for the team in terms of timing of the signing end. Of course, the earlier you do it, it's believed to be more economically satisfactory. But we leave all that to Mike Vrabel, Elliott Wolf, and our people making contract decisions. We're lucky to have those two players, and I hope and believe they'll be with us for the long term. What do you mean you hope and believe? What do you mean by that? Drake Maye should be automatically in line to get that contract extension. You need to get this done as soon as the season ends. As soon as your season goes, hopefully it's with us raising a Lombardi trophy next February. But you have to get it done as soon as possible. And I'm giving them a deadline of July 1st. Because once July 1st happens, guess who comes into the building? Oh yeah, HBO, Hard Knocks. And do you really want all those cameras, all those media members talking and seeing everything on the inside and getting all the inside info, talking about, oh, well, they have not gotten to a deal yet, and then it leads to just more drama. It's like, hey, are they going to pay them? They just need to get it done as soon as possible. And I think this is a possibility because we still have yet to see Christian Gonzalez get that contract extension. And if you don't pay him, well, guess what? Drake Maye, and I'm going to say this right now, being the biggest Patriots fan out there possible, he should sit out if you don't give him that contract extension. He has way too much to risk, especially with his future and him being a franchise quarterback, one of the best in the NFL, if not the best in the NFL. Remember that deal that I said what he's playing on? $4.6 million. He goes into next season without that contract extension, only making $4.6. What if he gets hurt? Then he loses all that comforts. So you got to get that extension done as soon as possible. Because if not, then you kind of have him just, his agent is going to force him to sit to get that deal. And then you go into Hard Knocks, and you go into training camp, and you know who is going to be there? Instead of Drake, it's going to be Tommy DeVito. Tommy frickin' DeVito. I don't want to see any Tommy DeVito first-team reps in training camp. I know this is very early to talk about it, but it's something to think about because Drake Maye could possibly be the highest-paid quarterback in NFL history, highest-paid player in NFL history, and he needs to be because he deserves it, and he is going to be possibly going on track to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like I said, if not the best already. But going into literally right now, what is happening this second, there's one guy they need to pay. Gonzo. Get him his contract extension. There's been rumors, Spotrac, they said that his fifth-year option was picked up. I haven't heard the Patriots say anything about that. Haven't seen the Patriots officially announce they picked up the fifth-year option. They said they were going to. I have not seen it officially, but Spotrac says they did. So I hope they did. But OTAs, or I guess voluntary workouts, are, what day is it as of this recording? April 9th, 11 days away. And I expect Drake Maye to be there. I don't know if Christian Gonzalez is going to show up if he's not getting that money yet. So pay him right now. Mike Vrabel, Elliott Wolf, Robert Kraft. Get him his money right now. He's the best corner in football. Get him paid. If you want the Patriots to cough up the money and pay Christian Gonzalez, hopefully down the line, Drake Maye gets his $270 million contract too. If you want that to happen, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Let's not jinx it, and go on and get active in the comments. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that sub button, guys. We got you covered with all your Patriots news and rumors. And the NFL draft is very, very, very close. So make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats. What the hell are they doing in the comments? Going crazy? What is this, Tory? Oh, so we got an idiot in the comments. Ah, damn. That sucks. I hate when I don't know football, man. Like, when you guys comment about, like, college football players, like, ooh, the Patriots should draft this. And I look, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. And I feel like an idiot. I bet that's how Tory feels right now, right? I bet that's how he feels. Because I hate when that happens, when I don't know ball. Gotta get your IQ up before you do anything, you know? Gotta get your IQ up. The Susan sound. Can't tell what your team is. What's good, Cam? How we doing, man? How we doing? Tommy Cutlets. Don't be excited about Tommy Cutlets, Cam. Oh, Double S is in the comments now. Double S is out in the comments. Oh, I'm looking at the comments now. There's some hate in there. There's some hate in there. I don't love Tommy Cutlets. I like Tommy Cutlets. I appreciate Tommy Cutlets because he got me this guy. He got us this guy right here. Love me some Drake Maye. Didn't know Mass had a team last time I checked. It was New England. 110 people. How many questions we got for the mailbag? I'm good, Cam. I'm good. I miss football. I was watching highlights the other day. I was sitting on Saturday watching a lot of tape on college guys, mainly receivers. I was watching a lot of receivers and tight ends because I really don't care about anybody else. Who should we draft first? Zion Young? Maxi Hanachor? Don't get a wide receiver. 13? Let's get some more questions in, guys. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more in. Lavon Smith? I got a Gonzo jersey. It's a throwback version. The Susan sound. Pats fans are everywhere. Yeah, I was the only Pats fan in my high school. I was the only one. Well, at least in my class. My senior quote is Drake Maye. I'm not that young. Tom Brady quote. My senior quote was a Tom Brady quote. The dumbest possible quote you could possibly think of.
What was the quote?
I feel great. Fresh as lettuce.
That was your senior quote.
That was my senior quote.
Whenever people open up their yearbook.
And they see Brett Alper.
Host of Patriots
Today. I'll show you the quote. Let's see if I can find it. Tom Brady. This is from December 15th, 2015. Come on, Twitter. Load. You got it? Yeah. That was my senior quote. That was my senior quote in my yearbook. Literally. Nice. Nice.
I think we got to have your name up there. Brett Alper. I feel good. Fresh as lettuce.
Not as corny as Jason Tatum. That's great, Cam. Oh, pre-war garlic coming with the heaters. I think it was he said this because of after I think it was after the Giants game. He got hit. Taken 32 hits over the last 3 games, 2 of which were losses. Yeah, because our offensive line was trash. I mean, we had Marcus Cannon out there. I think Shaq Mason was our guard. That wasn't the Marshall Newhouse days yet. But it was bad, man. And it came back to haunt us in the in the AFC Championship game against the Broncos. Houday, enjoy your Cavaliers, man. Enjoy your Cavaliers. Who was that offensive line in 2015? I just know Marcus Cannon was our tackle, and he was terrible. 2015. Nate Soldier, that was when he got hurt. Oh, don't put that picture up. Don't put that picture up. Get that shit off my screen. Nate Soldier got hurt. Yeah, what did happen to him? Did he break his ankle or something like that? Sebastian Vollmer was moved to left tackle. Marcus Cannon was at tackle. Brian Stork was our center. David Andrews was the rookie. Shaq Mason, yeah. Trey Jackson. Cameron Fleming. Great question, Trevor Clark. I wish it was true, but no. That's just not happening. I mean, if it happens, yeah. You do it immediately. Yeah, Sebastian Vollmer was our left tackle. Rookie Shaq Mason, David Andrews, and Trey Jackson were our interior, all rookies. And then Marcus Cannon was moved to right tackle. God, that was awful. That was so bad. Brady threw for 4,700 yards, still 36 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I had my favorite shirt from that year, and I lost the shirt. I lost the shirt. I was so mad. I was so mad. Like this picture, it's my favorite picture I've ever taken, and I have the shirt on, and I lost the shirt. Let's see if I can find it. Look, it's a gold Brady T-shirt, and look at this view. Look at that view. It's a gold Brady T-shirt. And the view in the background is beautiful. That was in Hawaii. Did you accidentally, yeah, you accidentally double S. You deleted that comment. I hope we undeleted it. Tosobi, I think that's a reason a lot of Patriots or Germans or Patriots fans. You're good. You're okay. I see you, Braden. Stats of the Falcons Super Bowl. How about the stats of the Eagles where he throws for 500 yards? How many states have I been to? I don't know. I'd have to count. Been to every single state on the East Coast except for Maine, Vermont. But I wish I still had that T-shirt, man. This is my favorite T-shirt. My favorite one. And I lost it. It was gold. It's a gold Brady T-shirt. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. Look at that pressure percentage in 2017. Shut up, double S. Oh, be quiet. No pictures are there. No, sir. All right, I think we're hold on, I got to check. Where's Bridgman? Bridgman's through he's through 15, through 14. Okay, we're still looking good. Still looking good. Come on, Bridgman. Come on. All right. Yeah, this is the worst. That was the worst day of my life. Oh, you got the old Reebok jersey, Braden. Got the old Reebok jersey. I have 3 Reebok Brady jerseys, and then I have 3 Nike Brady jerseys. I might have 4. I don't know. I have a lot. I have a lot. This haunts me. This haunts me. Worst day of my life. I left Twitter for a month. I left everything for a month. I didn't talk to a single person for a month. That's going to be hard. A Gronk Reebok jersey is going to be hard. I have the other tight end from that year in a jersey. I don't know if I should ever wear it. My Hernandez jersey, I can't wear that. It sits in a box. I don't know yet, Double S. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. We got 2 weeks. So actually, next week, is it Thursday? We're doing the mock draft? So next Thursday, we're doing a Chat Sports-wide mock draft. So we are doing a mock draft for 3 rounds, where every single team will be live. Every single team will be live for Chat Sports, and we're going to do a company-wide mock draft. So it should be really fun. Make sure you guys tune in. Double S, we did it last year. You were in the comments. I was watching it. It was me and Allie. I was producing. Remember we went Will Campbell. I can't remember who else. We did the Oregon guy. And then we took Cam Scattaboo. I can't remember who took in the second round. But that's what we did in the third round. We had 3 picks. We took an Oregon guy, I think, and then we took Cam Scattaboo with the third round. I'm not insinuating anything, Mr. Snoopy. I'm not saying what I'm not saying. I remember that day. We had for lunch we had Crush Craft. And Crush Craft is awesome. And I couldn't eat it because me and Allie were live. But all right, enough talking. Let's get into this mailbag. So, guys, we're about to get into the questions. If you guys still have your questions, get them in, because even though we start the mailbag, it does not matter. So let's get into it. This week's edition of our Patriots mailbag. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. We are less than 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, people. And on Thursday, we will be live as the Patriots have the 31st pick of the NFL draft. I'm excited for it. I don't know who we're going to take. I don't know if the Patriots are going to take an edge rusher. I don't know if the Patriots are going to take a wide receiver or if they're going to take an offensive lineman. But you can sit there with us, enjoy ourselves, kind of react to the picks that are happening. So if you don't want to miss out, we also got coverage leading up to draft day every single day. Go ahead, hit that sub button right now, and hopefully we can get to 50K beforehand. Let's get to the questions. Christopher Flores, always appreciative for you turning into our mailbags. Well, the Patriots draft a tackle to sit behind Morgan Moses to learn from Morgan Moses and eventually start in 2027. I 100% see that happening. I think they do draft an offensive lineman. The question is just where. Are they going to take it at 31? Are they going to take it at 63? Are they going to take it at 95? They have a lot of options here. But I truly think if Max Hennichor is available at that 31 spot, they will draft him. And we could see Morgan Moses possibly rotate in and out throughout the season with that right tackle. because he's getting up there in age. I think that he is going to kind of take a step back, not necessarily talent-wise. I still think he's an amazing player, but not play as many snaps as he did last season. And you could rotate him in, and then eventually when he retires after next season, Max Hennitor steps right in. If Caleb Lomu is there at 31, you immediately draft him. But I don't know if he's going to be there. But hopefully, Max Hennitor can be there at 31. Appreciate your question, Christopher. New Jersey Jets. Jets, suck. Are there any safeties good enough for us to draft in the first round that'll be there at 31? So I will say Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, if he miraculously dropped to 31, then you could take him at that option. But other than that, I would say no. You're not necessarily looking for a safety at this point right now because you have your all-pro in Craig Woodson. And that's my prediction for next season, is that he becomes an all-pro in 2025 or 2026. But then you signed Kevin Byard to a one-year deal. He was just an all-pro last year, so he is going to be your two starters. You could draft somebody in probably the third or the fourth round that is available for you that can develop. I mean, you found Craig Woodson in the fourth round, so he could easily be there to develop and then take over for that spot since Byard is only on a one-year deal. But unless you're getting Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, I'm not drafting any other safety in the first round. I'm staying away from the secondary because your secondary is perfectly set at who you have right now. Rebel Heart! Y'all think we should go after Tyreek Hill? Absolutely not. You have so many other wide receivers that could be available. I'd rather bring back Stephon Diggs than possibly go and get Tyreek Hill. We don't know if Tyreek Hill is going to play in the 2026 season where he had reconstructive knee surgery because he tore almost every ligament in his knee. I don't know if he's going to play. Is he going to be the same player after that? You could go out and get Juwan Jennings. You could re-sign Stephon Diggs if you want to bring him back. Or more importantly, just go after someone in the NFL draft. Go get your Denzel Boston. Go get your Chris Brazzell, your Chris Burrell, your Skylar Bell. Any of those guys that are available. Tyreek Hill is way on the bottom of the totem pole on the guys that I would go after rather than go out and draft. Tyreek Hill and Brandon Ayuk. Keep them as far away from my team as humanly possible. Appreciate your question, though, Rebel Heart. Daddy Drake. Oh, man. What a name. And a picture, too. Do you see the Patriots drafting a linebacker after trading Marte Mapu? Well, I do enjoy the fact that we got some draft capital for Marte Mapu after just completely saying, we're going to cut your ass. But we got some draft capital. You get a 2027 sixth-round pick. But right now, when you look at the linebacker depth chart, it's not good. You also have Otis Reese on there as one of your guys who was a practice squad player for the Tennessee Titans after he was cut. But Robert Spillane and Christian Ellis, that's about it. You're going to have to draft somebody. And whether that be in the second round or whether that be in the third round, somebody is going to be there. And I'm looking at the guy we have talked about more than anything. You also have Josiah Trotter. You have Jake Galladay, who could be some linebackers that you could look for. But I really, really, really like Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. I mean, just your prototypical linebacker, 6'1", 230 pounds. But the most important thing is he kind of fits that Mike Vrabel scheme. When you look at his stats, I mean, he has over 250 tackles in the last 2 seasons alone, and the tackles for loss. That means he's not getting broken, he's not missing tackles, and he can also play great on the run. And when you look at his sacks in 2024, with 5 of them, that means he can also play the edge too. So you kind of have that hybrid guy that can also get to the quarterback, drop back into coverage with those 10 pass breakups that you see, and a hard-hitting safety with 7 forced fumbles. Seems like the perfect Mike Vrabel guy, right? Well, Dane Brugler, he finally dropped his gigantic draft encyclopedia, The Beast. And this is what he said about Jacob Rodriguez, the quarterback of the defense. According to Red Raiders coaches, Rodriguez is quick off his spot with the backfield vision to sort and drive on the football. He lays it all on the line with each snap with adequate stack and shed strength, but he has marginal length to get extension on blockers or create knockback. His awareness and coverage is a go-getter in tangibles and turnover production. 19 career forced turnovers are qualities that will win over a war room. That is exactly what you want, right? Especially out of your linebackers. You have Robert Spillane, which kind of describes the exact same player. Robert Spillane, a guy that can get up into the run. Hey, you, go get that ball. What does he do? Go get that ball. Kind of the same exact thing with Jacob Rodriguez. The only problem is you're probably going to have to trade up for him. That is the one thing. But I saw a tweet earlier today that the Patriots could use those later draft picks, your fourth-round picks that you have. You have 2 of them. You have a fifth-round pick. You have 4 sixth-round picks. You could easily use those to possibly trade up back into the second round or earlier in the third round to get a guy like Jacob Rodriguez. But I would love to see him as a New England Patriot in just 2 weeks. Are you trading up in the NFL draft? Are you going up there and trying to get a guy like Jacob Rodriguez? You let me know down in the comments section. Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no down in the comments. And also, we also have a link for you guys to go get your Chat Sports t-shirts. Look, we're making some more t-shirts here. I was looking at our little design, our design person here at Chat Sports, and we might be making another t-shirt for you guys soon. So, get your We're Back t-shirts while they last. You can get it in the black. You can get it in the navy. Make sure you go to chatsports.com/we'reback. It's a new era here in New England. It goes from Tom Brady to Drake Maye. So get your shirts today, guys. It's a beautiful design. You get the nice little text, blue to red. Get your shirts today, chatsports.com/we'reback. We'll also have that in the comments and description of today's video. Charlisha! How are you doing, Charlisha? Always glad to see you in the chat, as always. Do we need a cornerback or a wide receiver? I will say this. We need a backup cornerback, somebody that you can find in probably the 5th or the 6th round. But when it comes to cornerback or wide receiver, you need to go wide receiver. Your secondary is set with Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Carlton Davis, Byard, and Craig Woodson, 100%. But wide receiver, right now you only have Romeo Doubs and Kayshon Boutte and Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams, Efton Chisholm, Matt Collins as your wide receiver room. So you need to upgrade to that. And there are tons of wide receivers in this draft that you could go after. I've talked about Denzel Boston. I've talked about Chris Brazzell, who I like. If Omar Cooper is there, Jordan Tyson is falling and falling and falling. If he's there at 31, you might have to go and do that. But the Eagles might go after Jordan Tyson, and that just improves a reason why that we are going to get A.J. Brown. So I'm going wide receiver. I also like Skylar Bell, Chris Bell, but you guys can all watch those highlights yourselves. But give me a wide receiver instead of a cornerback in this draft. Houday! Shout out to Houday, even though he's a Bengals fan, so they're still always tuning into the Patriots. The closet Patriots fan, as I like to call him. Any thoughts on trading up in the draft to a top 20 or top 10 pick? I could see the Patriots trading up with the Chicago Bears. I could see them giving them probably the 31st pick and maybe a third-round pick to get up to that 25th spot. But they will only do that if there's a specific guy that they like that they don't think is going to be there at 31 compared to 25. Guys like a Zion Young, guys like a TJ Parker, who the edge rusher, or you have Maxi Honachor, or you just want to go up and get maybe Emmanuel McNeil-Warren is there at 25. You don't know who is going to be there because we don't know who's going to get drafted. I don't see them trading up super far, just probably to 25th, mid-20s nonetheless. But I think the Patriots really like what they're doing at pick 31. I think they're going to stay there overall. Tosobi! How possible is a Super Bowl rematch for the Patriots in Week 1? It's very possible. And I've seen some rumors that they're talking about it being a rematch. I don't think that it's going to happen. I think that most Super Bowl rematches aren't the first week. They kind of like to have that midseason buzz that you usually have, and that be on Sunday Night Football. But it's a possibility the Patriots go into and play them. I would just like that kind of week 8, week 9, like I said, Sunday Night Football type game with all the juice, especially like imagine the Patriots are 7-0 or the Seahawks are 8-1 with the Patriots only having like one loss. Then they go into that game, Sunday Night Football. All the stakes are heightened. It is an exciting game. That's where I see that happening. I don't see it happening week 1 because you truly don't know about these two teams. But I see the Patriots possibly playing on Monday Night Football to start the year against the Chargers or against the Broncos. Tanner Lawrence! Without A.J. Brown, does Drake Maye average more or less yards than last season? Without, less. Less. Simple as that. I think the Patriots upgraded their running back room. They upgraded their offensive line with Elijah Vera Tucker. You're moving Jared Wilson to his original spot. You get Will Campbell back for a more healthier year. You also, on the right side, have Morgan Moses. They are going to try to establish the run a lot more with this improved offensive line. They are going to use Ramondre Stevenson. They are going to use Travion Henderson. And especially when you really don't upgrade your wide receiver room, except for Romeo Doubs, which I really love Romeo Doubs, and I think he's going to have a great year. I don't necessarily know if the Patriots are going to be so pass-heavy. I still see Drake Maye throwing for 4,000 yards, 100%, but he threw for 43.94 last year. I could see him throwing for 4,100, maybe about 30 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I would say less. Now, if he gets A.J. Brown, 4,500 automatically. Mark it, check off the box, take the overs on every possible thing you have if we get A.J. Brown, when we get A.J. Brown, as I like to say. I hope so, at least. Trevor Clark! Which team are you most worried about next season? That's a hard one. I mean, the AFC is very, very tough. I'm not scared of the Buffalo Bills. You split with them. You've proven that you can beat them time in and time out. You did it last year. You did it the year before with Drake Maye. I'm not scared of the Broncos. I'm not scared of the Jaguars. I'm not scared of the Colts. I'm really not scared of the Chiefs, I'll be honest. They really haven't improved except for getting Kenneth Walker. There's not a lot of teams. Now, on the NFC side, that's where I'm more scared of. But who do you play in the playoffs? Give me the AFC. Yeah, so Chargers. There isn't any team that I'm truly scared of. I think the Patriots really have a chance to cement themselves as one of these top teams, one of these top contending teams, and fight for another Lombardi trophy in a year. So I'm not scared of anybody. I think the Patriots win 11 to 13 games this next season. I'm really looking forward, and I need football back already because I'm tired of the offseason. Ree McCarthy! What about Kyle Pitts as a tight end, 6'6", 250 pounds? Well, you got to trade for him. It's not like he's a free agent. He got franchise tagged. You're going to have to trade probably a second or third round pick. I would love Kyle Pitts. I would absolutely love Kyle Pitts. But is he going to be there for us? Is it possible? No. And if you look at some other draft prospects that could be available, Kenyon Sadiq's not going to be there because he's going to go in the top 15. Then you have Eli Stowers, who is a solid, but he's more of a wide receiver. I guess you could say he's kind of like that Kyle Pitts type. You have Tanner Koziel, the guy from Houston. You also have Max Clare, Oscar Delp. You're going to go with the guy in the draft rather than trying to trade for Kyle Pitts. Appreciate your question, though. Patriot. Jeez. These are good ones. These are good ones. Who could be a surprise pick in the early rounds? So there is one surprise player that I think the Patriots could. And I really hope this doesn't happen because I don't think it needs to happen. But I've just seen a lot of buzz and heard a lot of buzz at the Patriots possibly going after a defensive tackle. I saw Daniel Jeremiah put in his mock draft a couple weeks ago, and I was like, we don't need him. We have Christian Barmore, and we also have Milton Williams. You also have Corey Durden and Leonard Taylor and Joshua Farmer. That's 5 guys right there. But then I saw this tweet when I was scripting the show, and I saw that, guess what? The Patriots could target a defensive tackle in the first 2 rounds. Ohio State's Caden McDonald, which they've held a top 30 visit with, and South Carolina's Nick Barrett, day 3, are names to watch. Both players have met with the New England Patriots multiple times. And I'll say this again and again and again. I don't want a defensive tackle in the first 2 rounds because you already have one of the best interior defensive lines in the NFL in Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. There is no upgrading from that. There is no need to upgrade from that. So what, you're just going to draft a guy in the second round to be your rotational piece behind him? No, not at all. You have so many other positions that you need to add to. That could be a day 1 starter. And I have a list of what you need to do in order. Edge rusher. Wide receiver is number 2. Linebackers 3. Offensive line is 4. But if you want to put offensive line at number 1, go right ahead because I'm okay with protecting Drake Maye. And then at the last one, tight end. After that, that's when you want a defensive tackle. You don't want one to go in the first or the second round. You have so many more needs that you have to do. But if you went and go and drafting some dude in the 4th round, we already talked about Caden McDonald so much on this channel. So I'm going to go look at Nick Barrett, the guy out of South Carolina. And this is kind of like your same athletic type as a Milton Williams, 6'3", 322 pounds. I mean, you look at his stats, like 42 tackles, 6 tackles for loss. That is your type of guy that is going defensive tackle for you in the later rounds. In the last 4 seasons, he finally got a chance to kind of show himself at who he truly was. 42 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 9 pressures on the quarterback. That is as a defensive tackle, which I enjoy. And 1 pass breakup. Put your hands up, knock that ball down. 42 tackles, though, is a bunch. So I would enjoy Nick Barrett. I would really enjoy him. He would be my guy that I look at because you have someone that you can find in the 3rd or the 4th round. Not in the 1st or 2nd. If we are live on draft night and I see with the 31st pick, the New England Patriots select this defensive tackle out of this college, I'm going to blow a gasket. I'm going to go crazy. So please, just don't let that happen. There are so many other needs that you could possibly find in the NFL draft, and it's just not right now a defensive tackle. Go for Nick Barrett in the 4th round. Are you drafting a DT? Let me know down in the comments section. You need a Kyrus Tonga replacement, so I'm okay with in the later rounds, but not so early. Let me know down in the comments section. Give me a D for draft or give me a P for pass. A lot of great questions from you guys today. We do this every single week on our live shows, pretty much every single Thursday. So if you guys want to get involved in the mailbags, make sure you hit that sub button and turn that notification button on so you know exactly where we go live. And as always, let's go Pats. Talk about Luka Doncic in the comments now. Joe Weather, should I believe you? Should I believe you? Because I want to believe you. I just don't know if I can believe you. I don't know. A.J. Brown looking at a house. Is this another sense of this person was spotted at Logan Airport? Morgan Moses, how we doing, man? Glad you tuned in. You missed the first segment. Divorced Mike Vrabel is going to be scary. If you want my honest opinion on the whole thing, An Assassin, Trav, you missed a whole segment, buddy. Do you think Mike Vrabel has told Russini what to say on Twitter about Pat's news? Yes. Yes. He's been doing that since 2018. He's been giving her scoops since 2018. That I can confidently say and not have any backlash for it. I could say that without saying anything else. Yeah, this guy right here is giving Dianna Russini scoops. 100%.
She was the beat reporter while he was in Tennessee.
Yes.
They have known each other for a
long time. Long time. But I will say this. I think that a private investigator was hired to spy on Mike Vrabel.
Which, that makes you wonder, who knew?
Trav, I don't know about that one, man. I'll be honest. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter to get my full view on the thing.
Is holding hands like that normal for friends?
No.
Exactly.
No. If I saw my girlfriend holding hands on a private rooftop, I would go crazy.
It's on site. It is on site. I'm crashing out.
I would go ballistic. Morgan Moses, Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini have both said the pictures are real. They're not AI. They're not AI.
Man, I'm going straight home, going into the closet, taking all the clothes out, and burning them.
Burning them. I wouldn't burn them just yet. I would have a serious conversation, and I would not be friendly. Exactly, Rebel Heart. You said the same thing. Like, they were caught. Like, the article said they were dancing and holding hands. Like, this is not anything made up. It's not anything made up. This is what the article said from the spy source, the private investigator, whatever you want to say. But I think that someone hired it to spy on Mike Vrabel.
This picture's crazy.
Were they dancing the Coldplay? Like, I'll show an example. I really shouldn't, but oh man, it was junior year of my high school, and my girlfriend at the time had a guy friend. Well, we were not dating just yet. We were not back together. We broke up.
Okay.
And he wanted to take her to a nice little view place like this. I was not okay with it. I said, the hell no. So that's just how I feel. Now, were they caught doing anything? No. Do we know anything? No. But I would not be okay with it. Would not be okay with it. Like hanging out, this does not bother me.
It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. I go to the pool every single week during the summer. No, you're just chilling.
It's not. It's worse than the last one.
But then when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like
Let's yeah.
Then when you're like this,
yeah,
it's little.
That's weird. The only thing I could think of that they would be doing is like
dancing.
A wellness, a dance, yoga, centering themselves, which I could see Mike Vrabel doing, and also why you held in hands with her.
Yeah. We're going to know because they're going to ask. Press conferences are going to be had.
We're going live.
Yeah. Like, if they're doing it, that's fine. Is it ethical? No. Are you doing anything illegal? No.
Are they married?
Yes. But this could be another question. Some people say, hey, open relationship.
True.
Trash.
Just saying.
Maybe they're going to surprise their significant others with knowing how to salsa dance. Also, like, if you go back to this picture, this is why I think it's a private investigator, because, like, this is rich. Like, this is a rich resort. This is for people on their honeymoon, celebrating an anniversary. People have proposed. Like, if you go on the website to this resort, it has a whole list of, here's the number of people that have proposed here. Here's the number of people that have come here on a honeymoon. Here's the people that celebrated their anniversary. And it's in, like, the thousands. This is like $2,000 to get on this rooftop. I would say most likely, this far away, you're not just going to look and just be like, oh, that's Mike Vrabel. No, like, this is 100% like someone is spying on them.
And it was 2 hours away from where the league meetings were being held.
Yes, Sedona, Arizona, which is 2 hours.
It looks beautiful.
Oh, it's a beautiful view. I would take my girlfriend there.
I mean, this could be an engagement picture if he was just on one knee. If we're being honest. Who knows? Maybe it is.
Like, I don't think this picture was taken with an iPhone.
iPhone cameras have gotten pretty good.
Telephoto lens?
Yeah,
maybe.
The other pictures are pretty low quality, though. Like,
because they're super zoomed in. Well, that's the same picture. It's just zoomed in.
But like, this one's a pretty good picture. Good.
Dan Campbell. All good, Trevor Clark. You're good. As long as you're tuned in now. That's all I care about. Anyways, we addressed it. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to talk about this, man. I think I should leave it alone. But it just kept getting talked about. Playing Super Mario Brothers Wii? New Super Mario Brothers Wii? That's dope. How didn't Mike Vrabel see the camera? Because it was a spy hundreds of feet away. Michelle, apparently they were seen on the rooftop for 2 hours together, alone. So, I stand my case there. There's no need to be worried about Mike Vrabel. His job's fine. The security's fine. We don't have to worry about any of that. It's just a scandal. Or it's just a situation. But back to what Nathan said. What type of tight end? I want Tanner Koziel, Max Clare. Those are my two. Jesus. Those are my two. Michelle, on that note, I think it's time for us to get on out of here. I think it's time. But it was a good show, guys. We had a lot of people tune in today. Oh, Tori, you're back. You just want to talk No, you're good. You're good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it as always. You know I do. You don't have to say my bad or say sorry. Do you think the Bears might be a loss next season? Nah. I ain't scared of them. Ben Johnson can get on out of here. But next week, guys, we have our live draft, our live mock draft. So like I was talking about, every single Chat Sports channel will be live at one time, and we are all going to do a company-wide mock draft. So Mitchell Renz with the Raiders Report, he will have the first pick, and then we'll go through every single pick, 1 through 32. And we're also going to do rounds 2 and 3, I'm pretty sure. So next week, it's a really fun one. We're going to have a good time with it. We're going to be drafting. I'm going to ask you guys in the live chat because you guys will help me make the pick. We'll decide. We will decide together. Yeah, Morgan Moses, we did 3 segments. We've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. We will decide together. So make sure you guys tune in. Hit that sub button, guys, because you will be a part of this mock draft, the Chat Sports mock draft. We'll find 4 guys and put up a poll of who we want to pick with the 31st, and then we'll pick with the 31st of who is available. So make sure you hit that sub button, guys. We'll see you next week. And as always, let's go Pats.